Hey guys, it's LukeMan97. Welcome back to another video in World of Warships Blitz. And yes, guys, I know. We're doing 2 World of Warships Blitz videos on Tuesday instead of the PC and the BeamNG Drive video I was promising. Well, the reason for that is because, once again, my recording software did not cooperate. For some reason, it's not picking up my voice on the microphone. Even though my headset microphone is fine, it's not picking up my voice on the PC for some reason. So I'm trying to reinstall my recording software, and if it works again, then I'll try to make the video for you guys on Thursday. If it doesn't work, then I'm probably just going to postpone PC game videos indefinitely until I can figure it out. But yeah, so hopefully we can get that working. But yeah, this is going to be Cruiser Tuesday, I guess, because we already have the Chung King review today. And then we're looking at the British Tier 5 cruiser, the Exeter, which they claim this thing's a heavy cruiser, and it is a heavy cruiser as far as it has 8-inch guns, but it's not, like, heavy as far as armor, I don't really think. But anyways, so the history of this thing. It says here, so it was a York class ship. Its sister, there was only 2 in the class, the York and the Exeter. The York, its sister, actually, it met its end when it was moored in I think it was the fjords or somewhere like that. Or no, it was on Crete. I forget the name of the harbor, but it was moored on Crete, its sister, the York. And so it looked just like this. And these Italian frogmen had this like special invention motorboats, and they drove them into the harbor. And what happened was they would drive the motorboats as fast as they could towards the York or whatever ship they were trying to sink, and then they would, just before the boat got there, so they would pull the lever, and that would eject their seat from the boat, because the boat was full of explosives that would sink the ship or whatever. So they weren't killing themselves like the Japanese, but it was kind of like a human missile, except they ejected it at the last second. Anyways, the boats would hit, sink to the bottom, and then explode, ripping big holes in the ship. That's what happened to the York. The explosions ripped holes in it, and it sank. It was a harbor, though, so it didn't sink too far. And what they ended up doing was just beaching the ship and using it for like an AA platform against bombing strikes. And then eventually, when the war was over, they scrapped the thing, I think, because it was kind of useless after being damaged so much. But enough about the York. Let's talk about the Exeter's history. The Exeter, the one thing it's best known for is it was with the cruisers Ajax and Achilles, which were 2 light cruisers, I think. I don't know what class Ajax was in, but I think Achilles was a Leander class light cruiser, so it looked like this. But yeah, I think it looked like that. It's a Leander class. But yeah, it and those other 2 cruisers, I think maybe Achilles was from the Dido class, like the Cirrus. I don't know, really. Don't hold me to that. But basically, they came up against the Admiral Graf Spee, which is the German Tier 6 in the game. It's the Tier 6 premium. I guess you could call it super heavy cruiser / pocket battleship / battle cruiser. But yeah, the Exeter and 2 other cruisers came up against this thing. Obviously, these 11-inch guns on the Graf Spee really did the Exeter in. They took out like 2 of its turrets and did a lot of damage to it. And yeah, but actually they damaged the Graf Spee bad enough that she had to be put into harbor there and in the South America. And then they heard rumors like the British were coming to intern the Graf Spee or something, and so they eventually scuttled it in the harbor. But anyways, enough about the Graf Spee. After that, the Exeter was slightly repaired, but not totally. And she met her end when she came up against the Japanese in the Battle of the Java Sea, I think it was. I'm not sure. I think it was the Battle of Java Sea. And she got damaged where she could only go like... she could not go very fast because one of her engines got damaged, I think. And yeah, it was a bunch of Japanese heavy cruisers. Like, I don't know if any Takao class cruisers were there, but there probably was stuff like Miyokos and Albas and stuff like that there, which, yeah, those things are pretty OP. I mean, they're pretty good look at how many guns these things have compared to the Exeter. So yeah, she got sunk in the Battle of the Java Sea by all these Japanese heavy cruisers. But yeah, that's how she met her end. Anyways, Exeter in the game. What do we have here? So as far as elite bonus, she's not a very high tier, obviously only a tier 5 premium. I picked her up in an item shop a little bit back. But as far as elite bonus, could get advanced turret, which makes your turrets turn faster, which is a viable option because these turrets do turn very, very slowly, or pretty bad. But I went with cruiser modernization because it gives you more hit points and large caliber AA and main battery traverse speed. I don't know how good the AA is. It's not the best, but for the tier, it's not too bad. As far as camouflage, you can get the historical camo, which does look pretty nice, I guess. It gives you hit points, firing range, AA range, and torpedo damage reduction. But we're just going to be rolling with this because we obviously don't have it. Typical premium ship battle honors. It's a little bit strange here. It's not like the normal ones where there's 2 battle honors, and the first one you get boosters and money, and the second one you get copper. It looks like they just lumped them all together here, which is kind of nice, really easy battle honor. But yeah, as far as ship skills, she gets 2 smokescreen ones, which is very useful, and 2 precise aim ones, which I don't find myself using too much, but the dispersion is pretty bad. And she gets the British single-fire torpedoes that all British ships have. So, what are we going to compare this to? We're going to compare this to the Tier 5 Tech Tree Heavy Cruiser, the Hawkins. And I'm not comparing it to the Emerald, because the Emerald is a light cruiser. But yeah, the Hawkins is the Tier 5 heavy cruiser, so let's go ahead and compare the two. Obviously, the Hawkins gets the defensive AA1 instead of the smokescreen and precise aim, and the Hawkins actually gets the extra heal that the British heavy cruiser Tech Tree line has. So it looks like the Hawkins has a little bit more hit points, about 1,500 more or something like that. Exeter is actually faster, but the Hawkins, it has better acceleration and maneuverability. The guns are a little bit different, actually a lot different. The Exeter has the 203mm 8-inch guns. The Hawkins has guns that are pretty close to 8-inch too, but the Exeters are 8-inch guns. She gets 3 double turrets of them, 2 forward, 1 aft. The Hawkins actually gets a better reload and better HE damage, but the Exeter has better AP damage. Yeah, that's one thing about the Exeter. Normally, British ships are better using HE, mainly the battleships I'm thinking about, but I would probably say that the Exeter is probably better firing AP, even at destroyers. Like, you'd think 8-inch guns would overpen with AP, but she can actually do a lot of damage to destroyers, even at close range with armor piercing. So, yeah, I think she's more like a Warspite type ship, if you know what I mean, because, you know, the Warspite is kind of an anomaly in Britain because it's like the only British battleship that actually works better on AP than HE. Like, even the Tier 7 Nelson works better on HE. But, yeah, she's kind of like the Warspite, where she's an anomaly, I'd say, that it does better with armor piercing. Also, she gets, the Hawkins gets 7 single turrets, like a protected cruiser type layout almost. The torpedoes, the Exeter gets 2 triple launchers, 1 on each side, obviously. She has a better traverse speed than the Hawkins. The Hawkins has a better reload, but the Hawkins only gets 2 double launchers. So yeah, the torps are decent, but they're not going to be your main weapon, probably. Exeter's AA is better, and worse surface detection. Okay, I mean, she's not too similar to the Hawkins. I just thought I'd compare the two. As far as supplies, I'd probably go with, what was the surface detection on the Exeter again? Let's see. She gets a 7 kilometer. I mean, it's not the worst, but you could buff that a little bit with a high-grade coal. I'd probably go with refined diesel to make her faster as well. Honestly, maybe I wouldn't buff the surface detection because you don't have much to begin with, so maybe the warship hit points. And then, obviously, you want to go with the improved crew rations. That's pretty much just a given on anything to go with the improved crew rations because it lowers your reload on everything. Which, by the way, I never did remove from the Chung King review I did the other day. Anyways, sorry about that. As far as equipment, I have in slot 1 the main battery mod 2, reduces your main battery reload time, because honestly the main battery does kind of reload pretty slow with like 11 seconds stock, so that kind of helps that. You could use a traverse speed though, because it does have pretty dreadful traverse speeds. Slot 2, I have fire and flooding resistance, Damacon system mod 1. Could go with propulsion here, because it would make it better acceleration, but or you could go with steering gear, I guess, but I went with fire and flooding. Slot 3, I have propulsion, which is a normal thing for me. I love propulsion. Makes you faster. Probably could go with steering gear, but yeah, it's my equipment. As far as the commander, first slot, underwater protection, obviously. Second slot, torpedo alert. Third slot, I kind of messed up here. I don't know what I was thinking when I selected preheating. I mean, I guess it works because but it's only for the first 40 seconds, so it's not like it's that useful. So I'd probably more recommend the high alert here. I guess I don't know what I was thinking. Slot 4, victorious charge. Slot 5, this is another one of I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, it's good to have survivalists, but I'm not sure. That's the thing, okay? I might have messed up here, but I might not at the same time, because I don't tend to use the precise aims on the Exeter that much, so I don't know if I would ever use an extra precise aim with fire supremacy. It's possible, but I don't know if I would. So, I mean, maybe someday I'll reset this commander and do something different with him, but for now, that's how it is. But I wouldn't recommend. I'd probably recommend the survivalist. I don't know if. Honestly, maybe I would recommend fire supremacy. I don't know. It's up to you, really. Both of them would work. Slot 6, generalist, probably. Slot 7, probably marksman, because it makes your precise aiming better. Slot 8, I'd go with mistweaver, because it's going to make your smoke screen last longer and better. Make it better. Especially the cooldown time. The cooldown time is pretty bad. Slot 9, obviously demo expert. That's the only thing that makes sense here. Slot 10, compartment maintenance, probably. Slot 11, probably APCS, because like I said, the armor piercing does work pretty good on these guns. And slot 12, I'd probably go with, all of these options really work. You could either choose to get more armor, you could get better chance of Citadel, or you could get Giant Hunter. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend Citadel as much, because unless you're fighting like a really lightly armored cruiser or an aircraft carrier, you're not going to be doing Citadels to battleships too often. So probably Giant Hunter, either that, or you could go with horizontal protection. Alright, that being said, let's go ahead and get into a battle. Oops. There we go. So yeah, this is actually my last premium ship that I'm reviewing on the channel. There will be on Thursday, I'll have a review for the Black Bayern. I guess you could call that a premium ship, but it's more of like a black ship. And I'm still trying to, I don't know if I'll do another video on Thursday. I might, but we'll see. Next week, though, if I get it, actually, let's not start yet. If I get it, let me show you what I mean. Next week, I might have a review on the Leningrad, because, yeah, it's in an item shop right now, and I'm really close to getting it, so I might possibly have a review on this thing next week if I get it, which, yeah, I don't really have any Soviet ships yet, so it would be kind of nice. Anyways, well, let's go ahead and get into a battle. So maybe Leningrad review coming next week, we'll see. I mean, if I get it, there'll definitely be a Leningrad review next week, because that's my newest premium ship if I get it, but we'll see. Alright, we're up against Independence, New Mexico, Fuso, Rio de Janeiro, which is the new Brazilian ship, Leander, Raimondo Montecuccoli, and Guiapard. Sorry if I pronounced the Italian cruiser's name wrong. I really have not tried to pronounce. I've really never tried to figure out how to pronounce that name properly, because I don't see those things very often. Okay, we're spawning right flank. Okay. What are we playing? We're playing base capture on, I forget what this map is. We'll see at the end. Let's change our torpedoes to single fire. Keep it on AP. So as you can see with the preheating, we're going like 35 knots at the beginning, 35.3. You'll see that dip down in a second. Wait, isn't that our fleet mate over there in the Karl von Schronberg? Yeah, that is. That's actually Kathmandu. I wasn't even playing on a team with him, and we somehow randomly got into a game together. That's kind of cool. Anyways, we have Independence, Bayern, Congo, Giulio Cesare, me in an Exeter, Karl von Schronberg, which is actually Kathmandu, and a Podovitsky. Which the Podovitsky, honestly, yeah, I have kind of mixed results on the Podovitsky. I hate its short torpedo range. Anyways, let's shoot at the Guillopard. Okay, torpedoes. As you can see, the reload is kind of long on these guns. What is the Guillopard doing? Yeah, also the dispersion is a bit questionable on these as well. I think the Guillopard is going to come forward, so I'm going to launch my torpedoes single file. Or maybe I'll do it wide so that it makes him hard to avoid. I hope he doesn't have torps, righty. Well, there's the Raimondo Montecuccoli's torps. Okay, I hit the Guillopard with a torp, which is going to do flooding. Okay, we're going to have to take one of those. He does have torps. Dang it. Okay. Now we got to take two of those. Damacon the steering, because we really need that. Man, we are getting hammered out here. I don't think I want to stay around with that Guillopard for now. Okay, let's smoke up, because I really don't want to deal with this right now. Okay, stop in the smoke. See, as you can see, the turret traverse speed is absolutely dreadful on this thing. So, yeah, if it could just traverse a little bit quicker, we could start firing at the Montecuccoli. Precise aim up, and let's fire at the Montecuccoli. There we go, Citadel. See, that's what I mean. The Montecuccoli's, though, is a pretty lightly armed cruiser, so it kind of makes sense that we're getting Citadels. Okay. Let's get a salvo off at the Guillopard as well. Yeah, look how much damage it does, though, even in AP. You'd think that overpen, but it actually doesn't. Okay, yeah, this isn't looking good for us. We've already lost basically all of our hit points. If I could take out that Guillopard, that would be lovely. I think the Raimondo Montecuccoli is going to take me out first, though. Yep. Wow, that was not a very good game. I'm sorry, guys. I kind of was too aggressive there and going and fighting that, trying to take out the stupid Guillopard because he completely caught me off guard with his torps, and I wasn't expecting it. Anyways, there's Kathmandu and his Karl von Schronberg. Yeah, that's interesting. It happens from time to time, I guess, but I didn't expect to just randomly get into a game with one of my fleet mates. It doesn't happen very often. Okay, good job, Kathmandu. He really should be firing AP from those main guns, though, because German destroyers don't do very well with HE in the main guns. I don't know why his torp tubes look weird like that. I wonder if they're broken. I don't think they are. No, they're not. He's firing them widespread for some reason, probably because that's a Guillopard, and he doesn't want it to be able to dodge them that easily. No, that he should have fired him single file. Or maybe not. Wait. Yeah, there you go. Good job, Kathmandu. I'm going to try to team up with him after this one, maybe for the last battle. The second battle, I mean. Yeah, our base is kind of in danger. He's launching his torps at the Rio. Our aircraft carrier is still alive, though, so it can also do some unpleasant things to the Rio. The Rio's actually trying to hit the carrier, which kind of makes sense, but he's missing horribly. Okay, the Rio's dodged most of the torps. Yeah, I think we probably lost this one because they're capturing our base, and unless that Rio gets taken out soon, which I highly doubt, because Kathmandu is... It's going to be hard for him to stop them, honestly, because that Rio's HE is crazy good against destroyers. But I don't know what he's doing out here on the edge. That's kind of weird. You should be in there at least trying to help. There is a Congo over there, I think, but I don't know. Yeah, that is a Congo. Bro, get in the area. Nah, we've lost this one because he couldn't get in there and trying to recapture it for us. The Rio's actually almost dead, but it's going to be too late. By the time he dies, they'll be, yep. Well, that was partially my fault, though, for dying so early. If I hadn't died so early, I might have been able to help a little bit more, but, yeah. That game kind of sucked. Okay, let's do it again, because that was very embarrassing. Let's see if we can team up with Kathmandu, though. I need to invite this guy, too. But, alright, he's going to join us. I don't know if Kathmandu will join us, but, oh, he is joining us. Okay, good. Let's see, buddy. Do you have a tier 5? I don't think he does. He must have just gotten the Langley because it doesn't show up that he's got it. Okay, you know what? Okay, let's just go. Alright, he's gonna take a Clemson, I guess. Or V170, I don't know. He needs to take a tier 5, though. Okay, if you want to take your V170, go right ahead. I'm kind of... That's too bad. If I was playing regularly, if I was just playing by myself, I would probably take my tier 4 Ubri, so I wouldn't get us into tier 6 games, but, you know, since this is a ship review, I can't really take another ship other than the Exeter. So, yeah, but if this was normal, I'd try to sync my tier with them, because that's one piece of advice I'd like to give all you guys is if you're playing this game, don't ever, like, do a higher or lower tier than your friend if you're playing in a division, because that just makes you go against higher tier players usually, especially if it's a premium. So I'm kind of doing them dirty here, but like I said, I can't really not do this because it's a ship review. That's actually a bot matchup. Bot Bogue, double bot Congo, bot Pensacola, Furutaka, Fubuki, and Matsuki. Oh, this should be fun. Bot matchup. I know it doesn't really show off my skills that much because I sucked in the one game that was against real players, and then I'm gonna probably shine in the game against bots, so it's kind of not very good, but it's the best I can do, guys. I'm sorry. It's lucky for them, though, that we didn't get into a tier higher game, especially them in tier 4s. V170 and Langley. But yeah, don't try to sync your tiers with your friends as much as possible. Just wasn't possible in this scenario. Oh, great, they're capturing the area. Can you guys get in here, maybe? Alright, Kathmandu's in here. He can't really come in because he's in an aircraft carrier, but sights aim up and shots out at the Pensacola. Oh, shoot. Is that a Furutaka shooting at me? Okay, I can't be too aggressive in the Exeter. I learned that before. Like, I went once to a bot matchup and I was like, hey, fire. And I was like, hey, look at all these bot ships that are dumb and that I can kill. It turned out that they actually weren't so dumb and I got destroyed by battleships, so yeah. I actually am over-penetrating somewhat right now, so it's not like it never over-pens, but yeah. Oh my goodness, sorry about that notification. These bots are so glitchy, it's so annoying. Alright, launch our torps to this Pensacola. No, but of course, he turns perfectly to avoid them. Ugh. This is why bots annoy me so much, because they always do this junk where they, like, turn sideways or perfectly avoid torps or junk like that. Okay. This guy's glitch turning again, of course. Of course. No, I'm so done with bots right now, if you can't tell. They always do that, where they turn sideways in the water, and then your guns are off target, and I don't know, it's just a problem. Wargaming, please fix your bots. It's annoying. Make them act like real players, and not glitch turn every 2 seconds. Yeah, the AP, as you can see, it does okay against destroyers. I mean, never said it was wonderful or something. Also, thank you for stealing that. It's okay, actually. Aircraft carrier. Looks like that Furutaka's gone for now, so yeah, I'll probably go after the aircraft carrier. Where is Kathmandu? You know, he's over there to my left. I think the carrier's down here somewhere. Maybe we can get some citadels if we're lucky. Yeah, honestly, on second thought, I might recommend Fire Supremacy, because if you tend to use precise aims a lot, which actually I don't use them that much, I'm just doing it a lot in this battle, but if you do, then I'd probably recommend it. I'm probably just gonna, the only reason I'm damaconing a single fire is because I'm kind of low. I mean, I'm at half health, but you know what I mean. Yeah, we haven't gotten a citadel yet. That Bogue. I don't trust the bots. That's why I try to go in as close as I can before I launch torpedoes at them, because they always have this, like, perfect way of dodging torps. Like, okay, let's launch at him. I love the British single fire option. I wish it had more torps, though. It'd be more useful if it had more. Yeah, I think those will hit. Okay. Bogue is dead. I'm lucky I didn't get set on fire again. Looks like one of the Congos is dead now. Congos, what am I saying? Oh yeah, that was a Congo. The other one's in New York. Or is it? No, it's another Congo, isn't it? I don't know what our Langley player thinks he's doing. He is kind of a noob. I mean, to be fair, he only has like 4 ships, or 5 ships, but I don't know what he thinks he's doing coming into the battle with a carrier that literally has no guns, basically. And that, okay. Okay. Fire. There we go. Okay, that was a little bit better showing in Exeter. Like I said, it was a bot matchup, so I couldn't do much about it. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Exeter in the game, it's not like the best tier 5 premium, but I would say it's a decent tier 5 premium. Alright, that'll be it for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.